Right, good morning. This is our train here that we're going to get on. We always cut it fine, don't we? This is the Wigan Leeds service. It's the second of two northern services at Cottingley. Let's get on it and get to Leeds. Quite busy, that train. Right, let's get over to the Sheffield and Lincoln train, wherever that is. You've got about half an hour nearly before that leaves, so not in any rush. We could have got the 8:21 from Cottingley, but it's only a sort of 7 or 8 minute connection, and just in case there's a problem, I didn't want to risk it. Hi, well, good morning and welcome to another vlog. So just arrived in Leeds a few minutes ago on the service from Wigan, from Cottingley. And we're going to Sheffield next on the 8:37 Lincoln service via Barnsley, and then going to St Pancras via the Midland Main Line from there. This is day one of a 4-day vlog now to the Romney Hythe Dymchurch Railway, and I've got changed from 40 quid just for the whole day's weekend's travel. That's going now to Kent and coming back on Monday. So looking forward to this now. It's been a while since we've been anywhere because of all the COVID nonsense. So we'll let's hope it goes well. It's the 13th of May, Friday. Yes, I know about that, but anyway, I don't believe in all that bollocks. So let's wait for the Lincoln train now, and we'll head south. Okay, so Sheffield, then St Pancras, then onto the high-speed service to Ashford, a local service to a place called Westenhanger, which is just one stop towards Dover, and then we'll walk across to the Romney Hythe Dymchurch Railway. Okay, let's do it. Right, this is the Lincoln train that we're going to get. I think it's coming in from Nottingham actually, and goes out back to Lincoln. There's a train that comes on top and goes out in front of it, which I think is a Sheffield local service, which we don't want. That takes too long to get to Sheffield. (195.002) as scheduled. Right, the Transpennine local one's coming in now on platform 13, just there. That is what we could have got through Cottingley if I was wanting to risk an 8-minute connection. Usually, as you can see, it's fine because we're still not due off here for another 5 minutes, so it would have worked out.
Lincoln Central. The next station stop is...
Doesn't seem to like stations that begin with a W, doesn't the automated announcer? Don't know why. Anyway, it's Wayfield Kirkgate now, fast by Normanton, straight to Kirkgate. So we're on the second leg now. So heading for the Up Midland. And the crossover just beyond this junction, just over there, that crossover has now been brought back into use. That's surprising. I couldn't believe it. I did it not that long ago as well. I was absolutely shocked. See the yard shortly, just here. Yeah. The old viaduct. Coming up to the M62. And of course we're on the main line where Altos used to be. So not far off Normanton. Got to slow down to 30 miles an hour in this direction. Can't crack past to what, 70 I think it is. Like kind of down direction. This is Normanton, or what's left of it. They've even put a footbridge over just one track instead of having a foot crossing. I mean, that is just so unnecessary. Look how long the platform used to be. Because Anglo-Scottish trains like St Pancras to Glasgow Central used to stop here many years ago when there was no buffet cars. Hey, look, the Grand Central service over there. That's probably going from Crofton to Sunderland to work a service to King's Cross. We're coming back with Grand Central on Monday. Just leaving Wakefield Kirgate.
Northern service to Lincoln Central. The next station stop is Barnsley.
For some reason, the slow line here now from Wakefield Kirgate to Harbour Junction is not in use. I don't know why. It's been out of use for a while. Unless it's suddenly been brought back into use, you'll see a very rusty track right close to us shortly. Far right there, that's the spur that goes up to Westgate. That single track up there goes up to Westgate. We go underneath the ex-Great Northern now. Yeah, look, it's as rusty as always, that. It hasn't been used for a while on that. Answers on a postcard, please. I have no idea why that is. Approaching Harbour Junction. There's a connecting crossover here. It's not very often used. So I'm surprised they haven't remodeled this again and made it a lot faster. The line straight ahead now is the line to Healy Mills and Murfield. The L&Y straight across to Ellen and Brighouse and wherever else. Grand Central, the only ones that use that now. There's no northern service down there. It's a replacement bus. So we're on the former Midland Line now to Barnsley. Just south of Craigleston Junction now. And this is where the line splits now to go through separate tunnels. Why this is so, I have no idea. So this is Woolley Up Tunnel. Right, just approaching Barnsley. Right, looks like there's one on the opposite side. Heading for Leeds.
Suspicious, please report it to a member of staff or the British Transport Police.
There's a crossover now here to platform 4, which I don't think is all that well used now.
Down right for that man, wall, take care, there is a large gap in the step down from the train
Got
to
a bit of a
platform.
shine on it. Used to be almost every time that. It's amazing how it's changed fortunes now. Platform 3's common, and the crossover to go wrong road through 4 is a lot less so. There's one in platform 4 as well, heading for Leeds. Just leaving Meadowhall now, next stop Sheffield, and we're off. The train, of course, will reverse here and go out to Lincoln, but we're not doing that, obviously.
Welcome aboard this Northern service to Lincoln Central. The next station stop is Sheffield.
That crossover before the station there may well be used when the terminating trains at Meadowhall, which does happen occasionally. But say going back about when Meadowhall first opened, used to do that more often than coming through platform 3. It was very rare, it was 3 at one time. This is the former Brightside station, which obviously Meadowhall replaced. Right, ready to Sheffield on this train. Let's get over and get on the London one for our next train. This is the 10 o'clock St Pancras service. So let's get on. Sheffield. There's a cross-country service that's got the road there on platform 6, so I don't think we're going to go very far just yet.
We can only try it, can't we? Yeah, and
There's the cross-country service. Intercity 125. I thought we might have had an Intercity 125, but we haven't. Just gone past Tapton Junction now, which is on the approach to Chesterfield, Twisted Spire territory. So there's a platform 3 now here, which we've used I think once or twice in the not too distant past. But there's no platform 4. The up goods line is still devoid of passenger services, unless of course you're not stopping at Chesterfield. You can do it that way if it was done non-stop Sheffield to Nottingham or Sheffield to Derby. So this is Chesterfield. Right, there we are, there's the Twisted Spire. And some aircraft trails as well, look at that. Kettering. Not stopping here of course, as it's non-stop to St Pancras now. There's some electric units across there, which is for the Corby St Pancras local, well, semi-fast limited stop service. Right, now arriving at London St Pancras, or some say St Pancras International, but we are going into the Midland Main Line platforms of course. So there's some Eurostars in the middle there, and I think we want to be over to the left side of the station for the fast services to Kent. Didn't film much actually coming along the Midland Main Line, because obviously I've done it in the past and it's not that over interesting in most of it, but anyway, when we get to Westenhanger we're going to walk to the Romney Hythe Dymchurch Railway. Right, we made it! London St Pancras. So now to get to the Kent domestic platforms, which I think we may have to go out the barrier and go across. This is one amazing station, is this. And to think that it was nearly threatened with closure back in the late 70s, I think it was. It's just incredible now. Absolutely incredible. So on the Kent domestic services, which is sort of over to the left. That's our next train now, Margate 1312 for Ashford International. Okay, so let's go through. This is our next train pulling in now. This is the 1312 to Margate, fast service. And just look at this little dog. Isn't this cute? Just had to include this little dog. See you now.
See you. Have a good one.
Cheers. Just leaving St Pancras. So we're heading over to the high-speed line now, which is the same tracks as you'd used to go towards France. And we'll cross over the East Coast Main Line in a moment, but you won't actually see it that easily because it's in like a tube type bridge. Not so sure there's a connection straight down onto it or not actually, but might be. Yeah, it looks like that's the connection to King's Cross on the East Coast Main Line. It also goes from the North London line, which is that bridge up there with a train on it. And now we've just come out to the open briefing now for Stratford International. It says international, but I don't know when actually any international services stop here now.
Railway London Underground for the Duke in Central Lines and Main Line services to Essex and East Anglia via the Stratford Regional Station. Just advise you now that all Oyster cards contactless payment are not valid beyond this point. You will need a valid high-speed ticket if you are remaining on board this service.
We're out of the covered section now. We've just gone past Dagenham Dock, which is on the C2C line, I think, out of Fenchurch Street. Supposedly doing about 140 miles an hour at the moment, although it didn't really look like it. The Thames Tunnel is coming up next. It'll dive underneath the Thames. is Ashford. Ashford International. So the services that go to like Strood and Rochester are over to the far side over there. Oh, platform's on the opposite side here, that's why it's got a fence on it here. This line coming down here from the left is the connection from the more regular route, Forcombe Junction, is it? Let's see what sort of shine that has got on it. Not much. Oh no, nothing at all really. It's a long time since I was used that last. Medway Valley line down there. That's the River Medway. It's a shame it's not been built on the opposite side of the motorway actually. I think it's the M2. Sunny Ashford. So it's off to Margate now, is that one? We need to cross over to this side for the 1402 to Dover, which is calling it Westenhanger, Sandling, Folkestone West, Folkestone Central and Dover. There's no Folkestone East now, I don't think that exists anymore. Anyway, let's just hang around in this glorious sunshine. And we'll watch that one depart that we've just seen. Right, doors are shut, so this will be departing, and it is now. And I think it'll be working on third rail now, not overheads anymore. Yeah, the panto's been dropped now, so it's working on third rail system. I believe there's a Eurostar going to go hurtling through on the far side there. So to France very shortly. Right, there is no France service, no Eurostar service, because it's Traxy's got some error, so it's actually not there. It's already gone through where it was when I was checking it. Hey, let's move on to platform 5 now, because they don't use the middle platforms 3 and 4. At least I don't think they do, because they were for Eurostar services to the continent, to France, to Belgium and Brussels, and to Paris. It even says an exit and sortie, the French word for exit. Over there. Right, here's our next train and final standard gauge train today for Dover P, Dover Priory. So it's 375619. We need to be in the front unit for Westenhanger, which is only one stop. Then we'll walk over as planned to the Romney Hythe Dymchurch. We've just missed one towards St Pancras at Eurostar. Anyway, we're on the move again now. This is just one stop on this. We've got S this time on the signal. That's the line that goes to Canterbury West. That one is now. And the flyover is the main line to the continent. We run alongside that now, so we might be able to see 1 or 2 Eurostars at Westenhanger. Still alongside the high speed line here to France. Yeah, the fences here don't look very substantial really to stop anyone trespassing on it. You got hit by one of those trains, crikey, you'd be just atomised. So we'll be walking alongside the railway, I think, for the first bit once we get to Westenhanger. Right, it's taken us just over 6 hours to get here. The route we did via Barnsley and the Midland Main Line. Here we are. We've made it to Westenhanger. Oh, I was almost expecting a 1-0 job here. There was. Right, well, there's a fast lines on the left, which is obviously for the Eurostar trains. And our lines, the classic lines, on the right here. no one's got on, but 2 other passengers have got off. Let's watch it go anyway, and then we'll start outdoor active and record the route we're going to walk to Hythe. Looks like it's bi-directionally signalled here as well, because the signal's on both sides. So it's Westenhanger, tick. Another station scored. Because last time we came down in, is it November 2018 and 19? I can't remember, it's a while back now. We did that end of season guard at the Romney Railway. I think I filmed that with the Legria mostly. Right, that's off to Dover. Let's exit. Oh, right at the very far end. Right, there's only this exit here, so it's at best a yellow tick station. There's no access to this side without steps, no access down there either. So let's get up the steps. We need to come to the left, south side. Quite a good view from up here. Yes, we have got a good view from up here. Question is, where's the path? That's a bit of a road, isn't it? Right, this will be the up platform, I would think, for London services to London. Oh, it's an art gallery of some sort. I thought it was a pub that at first. Yes, you've got step-free access to this side, so it's a yellow tick station. And I was just wondering if the platform was opposite there, but I don't think it was, because that does look quite old, does that platform there? It's not been modified. Anyhow, I'll start outdoor active recording, and then we'll head off. The station's just there, and obviously we didn't get off at the up platform, we got off on the other side, but I thought I'd have a quick look at it, and it's a bit more easy to start recording from. So yeah, it's not a pub, that it is actually auction rooms and whatever. So just a short distance down here, we'll go left and then come back to this road a bit higher up, just to be away from the road. Not sure how far this will be, we'll soon find out. Across here now. So where these sheep are. So just come to the gate there, and that's the one heading to London now, so you've got the best part of an hour now with no train till 10 past the next hour, which will be 10 past 3. So we'll go up here. Just a little bit of a deviation so that we can walk a little bit further. Right, the footpath comes out there. It's not easy to follow this at all. It's just completely ploughed over and planted. And there's a stile there, so we'll go this way up here now into the trees. Right, you can see where we're heading for now. That little sign over there. It's so difficult to follow, there's no obvious path. Because this dumb farmer has obviously ploughed over it, planted his corn, or whatever it is, barley, wheat, and completely failed to put the path back. So we're as near to the path as we can get. It's obviously tractor tyres. We're going straight across the A20, which I think that's what that is. You can still see the railway in the distance there, I think. Anything like a gap now, what? It's ridiculous, is this? Absolutely ridiculous. Right, here we are. So where's the path go? There's just nothing at all. Busy road. Let's get across now and through here. Right, this is a bit more like it. Massive tree has come down. Look how rotten it is. It's incredible. That could have killed someone if anyone had been walking past. I doubt we're on the path at the moment, but we'll come to it, I hope, shortly. Oh, there's a swampy bit here in the middle. Oh my word, just that's disgusting. That's looking back where we should have walked, where that tree was fallen down, and we've ended up coming through there. So, edge of the wood here. And the path is as good as we're on it now, I think. Oh dear. His chances are though, I'm probably the first person to walk on here for ages, not just a week or two, probably this year. Wouldn't surprise us. Right, we're on the footpath proper now, but it is a bit debatable as to which side the fence it's on. There's no way I can possibly walk on the opposite side, so we'll walk down here. There's a gate, I think we might go through that. Straight through the open gate. How easy is that? Look back. Oh, it is actually on that side. Not very clear though. Anyway. Yeah, what's this? A little stream? It is a minute ford. Never mind, we managed it. Look at that slop there. Grief. Load of mud. Let's keep going. Should be fairly easy walking for a bit now. So we came out of that path there, down here, up here now, and we're going to that gate up there in the trees. The weather is quite good. Quite good. I know I've had any rain around here for quite some time. The grass is bone dry. Anyone can look at the Lake District for going sheep or whales. Just looking back, and now we've come through the gate into the woods. Here now. Orange. Find out the fullness of time. Through the trees, not very far, 100 yards or so. And now we're on here. Oh, the pink house is not a pink, it's a rhododendron bush. I think. It's very pink, is that? Magenta, whatever. Very deep pink, purple, magenta. Right. Over here now. I think it's going to be over that stile. It must be. There's nowhere else it can be. See, it wasn't over that style, although you could have gone that way straight onto the main road, but we don't want to do that. We'll stay on paths as much as we can. So we're walking down here now. Suppose your bridle way is this. So we'll see how far we get down here. We're not that far off Hythe actually. Probably a mile and a half to 2 the way the crow flies. There's one thing I will say now, and that is we haven't brought the drone with us because there's only about one little bit of a place I could fly it, and that's around Dymchurch. There's an MOD base near Hythe, which stretches quite a long way, and also near to Dungeness you've got Leeds Airport, which is for Kent. It's not just like Blackpool now, sort of defunct, as good as. It's actually a live airport, so you can't fly there. And there's also Dungeness Nuclear Power Station. So bringing the drone today, this weekend, would have been a bit of a waste of time for the amount we'll get to fly it. So we're not going. Oh, it's nice. I've got a tank top on now. Let's try the weather. Might even end up with a bit of a tan, my word. Switch cameras. Now I can hear some people laughing and giggling and screaming. I think there might be some kids on a school walk or something like that. Maybe DV, who knows, if they're older kids. Don't think 16 and 17-year-olds tend to scream like that though, do they? Girls perhaps, but no. Let's just divert up here. Really, does he? Nice little stream here. A couple of bridges over it as well. So we were right down there. So unclear. I mean, there's a path that goes straight up there where them kids are, and it's just not marked on the map at all. So we do need to go back through this gate. And head down here. It's a bit wet. Anyway, I managed to get through it without getting totally caked in slop. So, a bit more substantial bridge here. And now the kids are following us. They're going home from school actually, but anyway, time is it? 10 past, just after 10 past 3, 15:11. So yeah, probably just kicked out at 3 o'clock. Oh, now which way? Oh, it'll be down here, won't it? Pretty sure it will be. I'll check it anyway, just be sure. Right, it's not very far at all now. Just to the right down here. I've seen a brown sign with a little steam train symbol on it just across there. Not so sure whether they still run a school train on the Romney or not. It'd be ideal if they did. I mean, imagine commuting to school every day by that and back home again. It'd be absolutely ace, wouldn't it? It was for a time the only train that was actually scheduled to stop at Burmouth Road Halt was the school train. So we walked about 3 miles, perhaps just over, from Westenhanger. So we're almost at the conclusion of today, day 1. I'll film a bit from the train as we go, of course, but not massively. I want to save more of the video for actually watching the trains go by. Right, here we are, Hythe train station. So there should be one more train due out in about 35 minutes. Yeah, 3:55, 15:55 I'd call it. Yes. Right, just going to walk down a short distance now, watch the train coming in. This is where we were in March 2014 when I did that trip for Godson's to Camber Park. we drove on to New Romney, parked the coach, and then got the train to Hythe. I think we did a round trip, didn't we, if I remember rightly? Or round trip a bit, perhaps. Let's see, there's a little level crossing up here now, foot crossing, and we'll see the train come in, hopefully. Now that signal down there gives the impression it's running wrong road. So, oh, it's here, and it is running wrong road. Why is that, I wonder? And it's one of the Romney locos, from the home fleet. Number 2, which is Northern Cheese. Not as familiar with this railway, of course. More familiar with the ratting. Run round. There we are, turning it now. It's loused off and it's being turned. There's only a turntable here and at New Romney. But at Dungeness it's a big balloon loop. It just, the whole railway goes round the loop and turns back on itself. Yep, absolutely. I don't know why it came in wrong road though. It seems strange did that. It came in wrong road and crossed over to 2. We were, you know, or if it's going to go back right road or if it's going to go back wrong road again. We shall soon find out. Yeah, it helps. Much bigger turntable here than what we've got at Ravenglass and Dalegarth on the Ratty. Because they'd have to split this, I would think. And it has been there. We actually went, it was there in 2012, I think. What was it? Or was it 2011? Not sure. Right, it's coming back into platform 2. Stand back a little. A little bit smoky, but we're not going to complain. Right, I think we'd better get on it. Right, so away we go. Heading for New Romney. So we should be going right road this time because we're using the outbound line from Hythe. I don't know if that's what it's doing. Oh, for that little fireman room. Better filming from this side because the camera's on the top left hand corner of the phone. Where we just were earlier. this crossing is. This is the possible location for a bit of swimming if you fancy it later, but not sure whether we'll do it. It looks cold to me, does that? Even though it's quite warm now in May. We'll see, never say never. That looks swimmable as well, didn't it? There's a lot of drainage dikes like that. Level crossing. There's a monument there. That's drainage dike. This is Dymchurch. This is about the only place I could fly the drone now if we brought it. So this is a booked stop, is this one now? It's not a request stop, everything stops here at Dymchurch. There's two level crossings here, one either side of the station. Next one's just round the corner. They've taken the points and siding out here, haven't they now? It's the siding here, it's this there. Siding. Crossings have got barriers now from what's been happening in the last few years. This is St Mary's Bay now. We're not stopping here. Oh, we're not booked to stop here anyway. Sometimes called Jefferson Lane. Next, Romney, that's it. journey's end for this service, but not the end of the railway. I wonder what's been working the other one. Strongly suspect that's been the other one, Hercules. It's just going to propel the stock back, I think, now. This is the 482, it's Hercules, and we've seen this quite a few times at the Retty. Has this been the other one today? Alright, so what was working the other service today then?
It was River Hythe.
River?
Yeah.
River Hythe?
Yeah.
Oh, no. So where's that now then? It is coming back. I thought it was propelling the stock. It's obviously just leaving the stock in the station now. It's River Hythe coming in, I think, is this one. It is. Ah, first time, eh? A ratty engine. This is the last one from Dungeness here now, of course. Shunting this into the shed. River Hythe. I suppose he's been the train to platform one, to be quite honest. Still has to shunt the stock under the roof then. Oh, what a quick change of the points, wouldn't it? Right, I think that might do for today. Let's get to the digs. Right, well that's it for day one. Day one of the events tomorrow, so it'll be day two for us. But anyway, let's get to the digs now. So cue music. See you next video tomorrow. Bye for now.